Hello, this is Bob from Howard Miller, and I'm going to show you a few simple things on a grandfather clock that'll make your life easier going forward. The first thing I'm going to do is wind it. There's 3 weights. Each weight has a different function. There's winding holes up top. Put it in and go counterclockwise. It won't snap back on you. You can't over wind it like clocks used to happen sometimes a long time ago. These are 8-day clocks, so you only have to do this once a week. You can do it as often as you like, though. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to adjust the pendulum bob. So if your clock is running fast or your clock is running slow, there's a nut at the bottom of this round pendulum bob. This pendulum bob actually raises up and down. So typically they come from the factory, in alignment with the time. But if you need to change it, this nut, if you turn it to your right, it lifts the pendulum bob up. If you turn it to your left, it actually brings that bob down. So you're making it slower or faster. To set the clock, you always use the minute hand, never the hour hand. So if it's going on 11 to 9 right now, if I realized it was off by an hour, there was a time change, you're going to go backwards. And get it to that time, whatever the correct time is. So now it's 11 to 7. And this can happen sometimes if you forget to wind the clock. The weights, when they come down to the bottom, the clock will stop and you'll have to turn it back on again. And the fourth thing is how to adjust the moon dial, which a lot of people know that they move, but they don't know that it's a way to make it match the moon in the sky. Not important now, but it was hundreds of years ago. So people knew when to fish, when to hunt, when to entertain. So basically what you do is you'll take this manually, and if it's locked, just leave it alone, because it does lock up once a day and it'll move itself. So once it's set, it'll continue to run accurately and mimic the moon as long as the clock is running. So the first thing you do is you put it on the 15th, because the 15th day of the moon cycle is when it's full. Today's April 24th. The next full moon is May 5th, which is 11 days from now. So in 11 days, we want the clock to look just like this. So what are we going to do? We're going to take this and we're going to move it back. So the star on the top has moved 11 days. So now each day for the next 11 days, sometime at night, it's going to keep moving and it's going to mimic the moon in the sky on May 5th. Again, this is Bob from Howard Miller. I'm going to show you another feature of the Howard Miller clocks. It's called the heirloom capsule. The heirloom capsule is attached inside the clock, either at the bottom, and on some of the clocks it's attached on the side, as you can see it there. The heirloom capsule is meant for you to figure out a way to commemorate the purchase of your clock. So if it's a new home, if it's an anniversary, if you got it as a group for Christmas, any of those types of things, what you would do is you open it up. It looks like this. It's kind of like the old fronts of old Bibles where they kept dates and times and of historical things within the family. And this you personalize. You write down your reason for purchase, who's involved in the family at that time. And then as you pass this down, because these clocks are meant to last multiple generations, as you pass this down, the next person that owns the clock adds to the family heirloom story. So hopefully this will make your life a little bit easier going forward. Thanks.